IS family. I just wanted to offer a really brief introduction to a very special video that we're releasing today. So this is the Camellia episode from my father Ning Yeh's video series 108 Flowers. So 108 Flowers is, a lot of you know 108 Flowers. It is actually a 4-book series of lessons and the 4 books in total cover 108 flowers, but there's also a video series for 108 Flowers. And we are offering this video series live on demand. We've released over 90 plus titles from that series and other series that we are offering at oaslife.com. So if you go to oaslife.com, you can get a 2-week free trial and you can get access on demand to over 90 plus instructional titles from Ning Yeh, and you can start painting along with him. And there's a 2-week free trial, so we encourage all of you to check that out. So in the meantime, without further ado, I want you to enjoy this Camellia lesson. We hope you like it, and we wish you happy painting.
Camellia in Chinese is sanca. San is mountain, ca is tea. It is the state flower of the ancient kingdom of Dali, now Yunnan province, or people like to call it the land of Shangri-La. In the foothills of the Himalayas, this is where water cascading through steep hills and snowy peaks. In early spring, camellia form a whole blanket, cover the whole canyon area and foothills. And there are many love songs about camellia because it is the flower of devotion. See in Chinese eye, the calyx, they are the gentleman holding the flower. And in most cases, as the flower fade, sometimes you find the calyx still hanging around. Not in the case of camellia. The calyx will grow as part of the flower. And then when the flower falls, the calyx falls with the flower. So that is eternal devotion. Very few flower is as perfect as camellia in its formation, in its leaf and branches. So it's a great subject if we like to do brush painting. We'll do an open flower first. Use the flow brush, load red, tip crimson. Each flower has 5 petals. Do a petal halfway showing, like a tongue sticking out. You don't stick out the whole tongue, right? There was that group, kiss. That was gross. Build a wall. Tilt the brush with tip pointing to the left and work the lower half of a parenthesis with side of the brush. See, the parenthesis is this way and half is this. So that. Move halfway over to the right. Set a wall and work the lower half of the parentheses in reverse. Such effort to explain such simple movement. That's why I said, go ahead, do your own thing. I went to a dance lesson, and at the end, I can't walk. I no longer know how to walk. So, scoop and scoop. Reverse the brush tip. work a petal going left with 2 strokes. Reverse the brush to do a petal going right. These lower petals form a U shape. Work 2 petals from top down. Do each petal with 3 strokes. Curve the side ones. Smooth the middle and scoop a stroke on the right. Leave the center of the flower open. Load red, crimson, tip dark red. Start from the center, build walls above the edges of the lower petal. Lower the boom up, radiating outward to seal the center. Let us do a bud. Load red, tip crimson. Work petals from center out. Work the middle one with 2 strokes. Curve the side ones and lift back to the middle. Run top ones from left to right. Leave hairline space open between the petals so the petals will not bleed into each other. Move some red into white to make a pink. Let's do a profile flower. Load white, pink, tip red. We like to work 3 petals, showing their back sides from tip downwards. Do the center one with 3 strokes and work the side ones higher. Show tip. Slide the body of the petal downward. Add roots upward. Load red, tip crimson. Work 2 petals from top down. Do each petal with 3 strokes. Leave the center of the flower open. Load crimson, tip dark red. Line on top of the edge of the front petals. In other words, building walls. See, we Chinese build walls. Remember Great Wall? Press upwards with strokes to seal the center of the flower. Let's do some calyx. Load light green, tip dark red. The calyx dot is kind of like our lower lip, that kind of shape. Going sideways, use 2 overlapping strokes to do a top layer, and do 1 below in the middle. Load generous amount of pasty white, fresh from the jar. Let's do some boys and girls. Work the stamens. Do the middle one first. Move the lines straight down so they can reach the calyx below. So don't do them like this, do them like this. Increase pressure to widen the roots. Show tight formation. On occasion, work a stroke to smooth and connect their base. This is a thing called guy bonding, right? Show a tall pistil and continue to add some stamens behind the pistil to circle around the pistil. And we might want to have the side ones misbehave a little. They don't have to all bow down to the middle. Add pollen dots with thick yellow on top of the stamens, like match hats. You know the attitude. I'm not worthy. Low light green. Do a round dot to show the lady. Lady is fresh, light green. Use the large orchid bamboo brush. Let's do leaves. The light green, dark green, tip ink. The red single petal camellia has the darkest leaves, so frequently we'll add ink. We'll work a few leaves showing their top side to form skirts below the flowers. Usually we work leaf stroke from the root area out. But if the angle is awkward, we may reverse and lead the stroke from the tip to the root. Low light green, tip dark red. Let's do some profile leaves. Do the underside. Show a stem and place the brush tip onto the end of the stem. Press and lift to show the body. Treat the tip as a freeway exit. It may swing one way or the other. Low light green, dark green, tip ink at the top side of a profile leaf. Use the flow brush. Mix vermilion with a touch of ink to make a brown. Load white with brown. Begin from the root of the flower. Do the branch. Leap over the leaf. Widen the width as the branch moves down. Add secondary twigs to connect leaves onto the branch. Work a branch connects to the bud. Add twigs. Alternate them along the branch so they do not come to one point and make that dreaded chicken foot. Work a branch to bring the top profile flower down. Load ink. Add dots on the branches. They are the all-purpose helpers. Happy dots. Use large orchid bamboo brush. Load light green, dark green, tip ink. Let's do more leaves. Do a guest group of leaves. Do a couple leaves showing their top sides. These leaves, they are liaison officers to bring the composition together. Load light green, tip dark red. Work a couple profile leaves. See, they add balance to our composition. Use the flow brush. Load brown. Add twigs. Connect the leaves onto the branch. Use happy dot brush. Load ink. Add center veins to leaves. Use the flow brush. Load ink. Do a few more dots on the branches. The flower gives us all the basic ingredients: the petal strokes, the leaf strokes, the branches, the stamens, happy dots. So in my blue book, as featured right behind me, I spent 3 chapters working Camellia. Information is all here. Have fun with them. I will see you next time.
A detailed step-by-step instructional guide is available for each lesson. With these valuable information and the right equipment from OAS, learning brush painting indeed will be a piece of cake.